Morning children, today we are here to study Unit 5, topic is Sound of 8th class. A new chapter today we are going to study. That is sound. Let me come to general introduction. What is called as a sound? Sound is nothing but what it is. It can be defined as a form of energy which causes sensation of hearing, which makes us to listen something. The sound, that is nothing but what? A sound which is causing us to hear something, that is called as what? Sound, which is a form of energy. Examples. Let me go for some examples. Here some examples are given. There are people talking, communicating together, you as well as your friend, discussing about a movie. As you are discussing about a movie or a game, you are going to produce some sound there itself. You will be communicating through certain language, either Hindi, Telugu, English, etc. so on. By producing sound, you are communicating with one person, that is people you talk. Not only that one, early in the morning as we get up, in villages especially, at the time of 5 a.m., we'll see different birds are creeping themselves. They are making some sound. They will get up and they will make sound. That is nothing but birds creeping, which is also nothing but what? A sound we can give it up. And during some time nearby villages, if we went to our grandpa house, etc. so on, which is near to the forest, we can hear different types of sounds during the night times. Wolves making voice, animals crying in that particular era can be clearly discerned. That animal is crying. This animal is crying. We can identify the animal depending upon the voice, what else it made. That is what? Sound, what else it made. Animal cry is also one more example we can give it up. Especially in big cities like Nizamabad, at 11 a.m. if we go into the center of the city, we can hear voices, different types of voices, autos making horns, bikes, cars, etc., lorries, etc., so on. All different automobiles, as they are moving through traffic, they will make different types of sounds. That would be also a best example for sound, which is a form of energy. Not only that one, keeping loudspeakers in functions, marriages, etc. so on. Any function will keep certain speakers there itself to produce some sound, music. That is also nothing but what? We can give it as nothing but what? Sound producing a form of energy. Watching television, listening to when we are watching television, we can visualize as well as audible frequency of a person talking to someone else. We can hear clearly. That is also one more example we can give for television, etc. These all sounds are, by this we understood clearly that these all sounds are unavoidable by us. Without hearing any voice early in the morning, by hearing the alarm, we are getting up from the bed. It indicates nothing but what? Sounds are playing an important role in our life. In our life, sounds are making an important role. That means we are unavoidable of sounds. It has become an integral part of our lives. Our life without sound producing, the life may not be that exist in that particular way. We have been habituated for the sound, which is called as nothing but what? A form of energy. They play important role in what? Communication there itself. communicating. To call a dog, we'll use a word. If we call that particular voice, it will come to us. Similarly, to call hands or all the things, hands as well as cocks to us by taking some pains, if we throw it up and if we say bo bo bo, those all hands will come near to us. So that sound is nothing but what it has become unavoidable for us, and it has become an integral part of our life also there itself. So children, to understand what is sound, it is a form of energy which causes sensation of vision. Which causes sensation of vision, we can say that is nothing but what? Sound. So children, to understand for you, collect some information regarding sound. How these sounds can be get produced? These sounds can be get produced by vibrating a body. Any body, if I am taking, when something is get vibrated, what happens? It produces sound. Example, bench. Hitting it on a bench, it is making some sound. Clapping your hand and vibrating it up upon the hand, it is making some sound. Simultaneously whistling, if you whistle it up, it is also producing some quantity of sound. There is a form of energy which is making us sensation of hearing. If you vibrate any body in a medium, that is air medium, water medium, or solid, liquid as well as gases, if you vibrate any body, it produces a sound that is called as production of sound. We can give it up. This sound can be traveled from one place to another place. The sound can be traveled from one place to another place, and how the sounds are producing we understood by vibrating a body. Simultaneously they travel from one place to another place. Sound requires a medium. If there is no medium, sound cannot be get produced. We are going to perform different things itself. All vibrating bodies, let me check it up. All vibrating bodies can produce sound. That also you have to understand, you have to analyze by doing the concept there itself. This is general introduction regarding sound. Next topic is production of sound, which is called as activity 1. We are doing on activity 1. Let us sit quietly. This is what happens if you want to identify the sounds. Sit quietly and observe the sounds of different animals as well as different objects which are producing sound. First example, I have taken a table here. Sound heard by us as well as sources of sound. Sound heard by us. First of all is what? Feeble barking. If a dog is barking at a certain distance, we can identify that. If they were barking, the dog is barking, we can identify it. Similarly, in the home, if cat makes certain voice, meow meow, it indicates nothing but what at certain distance cat is making noise. Simultaneously, bell ring. When a bell rings, obviously what we'll think, as we are children, we'll think about what? School bell also. Not only that one, in industrial places, the people who go for jobs, there also it gives information for them as a bell ring. It indicates time is up to go for the work. That is also one more example. We can give it up here. Next one is what? Music. The music, whatever it is playing there in radio, TV, cell phones. Nowadays, separate app they have launched there itself for music. Google Play, music, they have given. By that particular thing, we can listen different types of songs depending upon our interest. By watching TV, by listening to the music in radio. Not only that one, in cell phones also we can listen to music there itself. That is also one more sound here. Next one is what? Noise. Where we can hear noise a lot in the class when teacher is not there. Will children sit silently in the class? No. They will make noise and they will move from one place to other place and they chit chat like anything else. That is one example I can give it up. Not only that one, nearby Tirumala Talkies, we are having a vegetable market. If we go into vegetable market, different peoples will make different types of voices, which is nothing but what? A noise. Traffic jam. Golanman if you go it up, as well as Gandhi Chowk if you go it up, a lot of traffic if it is on. What happened? All different vehicles will be blowing horn continuously. So that what happened? It creates in the form of a noise. That is one more thing we can give it up. Blowing of horn. Why will you blow horn? To give a side for a vehicle. Bike horn, car horn, lorries, buses, etc. So on. All different types of horns we can take it up. Whistling. Whistling means what? Children also. Sometimes what they will do, if they like a comedy scene in a TV, children what they will do, they will whistle it up, they will make a sound. Simultaneously, as we are children, during Saturdays when drill session is going on, PET, what you will do? You will make us to perform different types of activities, exercises by blowing a whistle or by beating a drum. By blowing a whistle, as whistle blows, we will change the exercise position also. These all are nothing but what? Some types of examples through which we can hear sound simultaneously, and what type of sources of these sounds are also we have identified. By this we have completed our first class, that is nothing but what? Sound, general introduction topic as well as activity 1 children. Try to analyze this activity and try to understand the concept. Thank you.